You are probably already bombarded with all the 4K resolution goodness that was unveiled at the CES, so let's change the topic and go back to Full HD. Now we're looking at the Asus Memo Pad FHD 10, a budget 10.1-inch tablet with a Full HD display from Asus and promised to have a powerful performance. Is this the budget 10.1-inch tablet for you? Let's find out. I'm Jens Garcia from Tech for Geeks, and this is our full review of the Asus Memo Pad FHD 10. You can call the Memo Pad 10 as Memo Pad 7's older brother. While the 7-inch model doesn't impress me nor excite me at all, the Memo Pad 10 seems to be a lot more appealing to me from inside right through the outside part of the tablet. It's not meant to compete with high-end tablets like the iPad Air or the Note 10.1 2014 edition. This is a substitute to those that want to get a full HD tablet that will get the job done. Although those two other tablets I mentioned features higher display resolution, you get the point. Inside the tablet is an Intel Atom processor backed up with 2GB of RAM and 16GB of internal storage, which is expandable for up to 32GB of external storage. This is also powered by Li-ion 6760 mAh battery, but more about that later on in this video. Now, depending on where you buy this from, on Amazon this currently retails for $248, so that's not bad at all considering it's a full HD tablet and it's 10.1 inch as well. Being a 10-inch tablet means this is not a single-handed device. There's a black bezel around the display, just enough to hold the tablet. While I'm not the type of guy who loves to have big bezels around the display, I would consider this since it's a big device. It measures 9mm in thickness and weighing at just 580 grams. Now, the Memo Pad 10 is a slim tablet that is comfortable to hold. It houses a plastic back cover with a smooth matte finish compared to the glossy finish on the 7-inch model. And even though it doesn't house a metal back, the Memo Pad 10 is still quite a solid tablet with no signs of flex in the plastic back. Looking at the placements, located on the left are the micro HDMI and micro USB ports with the micro SD card slot in between them. You'll also find a microphone for online calls and video recording, and that is located next to the micro USB port. Located on the right are the headphone jack and volume rocker, and I wasn't really happy with how the headphone jack was placed on the side as I tend to hit the headphone plug most of the time, but that's just in my case. And another mistake that Asus made in my opinion was the placement of the speakers. I usually hold this in landscape and my fingers would cover it because of the way it was placed, so that wasn't a smart move by them. And then on the back you'll also find a 5-megapixel camera and an Asus logo placed in the middle. Power and lock button at the top, nothing on the bottom, and at the front there is the front-facing camera and the 10.1-inch display. Speaking of the display, this is actually superb for a budget tablet. Both still images and HD videos look great, and Asus really wanted this to focus a lot more on the entertainment side rather than what it can do. I mean, usually with less expensive tablets, the displays are usually grainy, but that is not the case with this. Though it could be a little brighter, especially for outdoor use, as you really want a bright display when using these outdoors. The display is also fingerprint magnet and reflective, so that affects the visuals as well, and that is something that they really need to work on the next generation of this tablet. The custom UI on the Memo Pad is pretty close to stock Android, well, as for the looks anyway, but not with its overall performance. It wasn't the smoothest skin. There's a lot of stuttering going on when you're swiping through different home screens, and it's not stock Android snappy, which is a letdown for me, but probably not to other consumers out there. But on the plus side, multitasking was not an issue based on my experience. I opened multiple applications and kind of just moved them around, and it was actually quite smooth. Gaming was not an issue as well, and I was able to play some of my favorite games, including Asphalt 8, which is one of the most graphic intensive games that you can download on the Play Store. I'm also not quite sure on how the update on this is and whether it will support or receive Android 4.4 KitKat, because if it does receive the update, then it will improve for sure. I love the looks of the UI. I think Asus have nailed that part. The combination of the robotic icons and UI complements each other very well. You also get some applications when you press the arrow button on the taskbar. The camera app is basically just like most Android camera app on a tablet. Nothing fancy or anything that will amaze you. I personally don't take photos using a tablet. You know what I mean, right? Speaking of camera, the 5 megapixel camera sensor was able to capture some detailed photos in well-lit indoor scenes, while a little exposed when taking it outdoors. There's no flash as well, so taking photos in low light scenes will definitely be an issue. It also features tap to focus, which work very well with almost in all the shots that I've taken. It's also capable of recording full HD videos, and that's by the use of the rear facing camera, and 720p videos using the front facing camera. Well, for me, it is still the best use for video calling, I guess, rather than video recording really. The Memo Pad 10 is a nice addition to your entertainment setup. I was able to watch 2 full HD movies straight with the brightness turned up all the way, and if you're just going to be using this basically to do some light tasks, then it can easily last for 2 days. It has a great standby time as well, so overall I'm really pleased with its battery life. While the Memo Pad 10 is cheap for a 10-inch tablet, I just cannot recommend other Android tablets apart from the Nexus lineups, well, just for now anyway. Mainly because of the support. I'm not quite sure whether this will receive the new version of Android or not. I mean, there's the Nexus 10 as well, which is also a lot cheaper now and also has a powerful performance, and one worth mentioning is its really awesome display. And of course, it's running Android 4.4 KitKat, therefore it will perform a lot better. But if you just want a tablet that has a full HD display, great battery life, option of being able to expand the memory, and just being able to browse the web or update your social networks, then the Memo Pad 10 is not a bad choice. I mean, at the end of the day, it offers some great features. So there you have it, the Asus Memo Pad FHD 10. If you enjoyed this video or you think this was helpful, then definitely make sure to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more video reviews. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. All the links will be in the description box below. As always, I'm Jens Garcia from Tech for Geeks, and I'll see you all in the next one.